Okay. All right, so as usual, we're going to give it a few minutes to gain some people here. Hi, Lynn. Hey, Hardy. What's up, Hardy? I'm going to give it a minute or two, get some people going, get people joining us, and then we'll start. We're painting some people tonight. I don't know how many we'll get done, but we're going to paint at least one guy, show you how I do it, and then we'll see if we can get more than one done or not. Make sure we're centered here on the view. Okay. Alrighty. What color are we going to paint this guy? I'm just going to get some colors ready while we wait for some people to join us. We're going to give this guy a gray suit. Get some flesh color. We're going to need a little bit of white. What color tie are we going to give this guy? We're going to give him a red tie. Apple red. Got to get some color pants. Gray suit. We'll give him... What goes with a gray coat? Navy, right? Navy and gray. That sounds good. Navy and black. A lot of colors on this one. It's going to be a colorful guy. I think he's got a cane too, so this will be fun. I just use flat gray paint. Greg, the paint is just flat gray primer spray paint. Okay, I'm just getting a couple paints ready, and then we're gonna start painting this guy. We're gonna come up with a name for him. That's way too much red for a tie, but whatever. We need to come up with a name for this guy, and then we're gonna paint him. I figured figures would be fun tonight, painting a person or two. Can I pull that off? A yellow tie with red polka dots. I don't know, Hardy. That might be tough. It's going to be just cool enough if I can get a white shirt with a red tie done, honestly. We'll see here. Hardy, what if I do... I already poured a bunch of red. So what if I do red tie with white... let me look. How am I going to do this? A red tie with some white polka dots. We'll see how that looks. We'll see if we can pull that off. Let's just try and do a red tie first. And if the red tie looks really bad, then we'll just end it right there. All right. I don't really have a specific method for these, and you're going to have to bear with me because this is going to be tough. I'm going to try and do this. Let me adjust this so we can both see them really well. Hang on here. Hang with me. Got to adjust this lighting just a little bit. Pinstripe suit. Hardy, you're really up in the ante for me here. Let's just see what we can get done with the basics first, and then we'll get crazy. So let me get my little brushes. We're just going to use just basic acrylic paints. All the colors are thrown on this guy. No, I don't have trouble with those thumb screws. We're throwing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 colors on this little figure. So really, let me run through this real quick, what we're throwing on him. We're going to do a red tie, apple red tie. Just folk art, apple red. Apple barrel English navy, so he's going to have some navy blue pants. We got light flesh from folk art. We got Nicole's gray clouds. I'm not using gray clouds. That one's not on there. Nicole's slate gray. It's a dark gray suit coat. And then white for his shirt. So we're going to throw 5 colors on this little figure. And we got to do some hair. We got to give him a hair color too. We'll make his hair, we'll do like a blonde color. This is a blondish color. I don't know if that'll show up much with flesh color or not. Let's do, we'll do brown hair. We'll give him some brown hair. I'm just going to use burnt umber for hair. Apple barrel. All right. Shake that up. Let's get to work. There's my palette before we start. Let's see how this bad boy turns out. I'm going to paint most of this figure here with a larger brush than you might expect. This is a, a zero brush. It's a zero brush. I'm going to use that, and I'm going to use, where's the other one at? There it is. A 10-aught brush. So those are my 2 brushes I'm going to use tonight. I'm going to have, hey, what's up, Frank? I'm going to have my dad field most of the comments because I'm going to try and focus mostly on this guy. So what I'm going to do to start is I'm probably going to do his face first. Actually, what I'm going to do is the shirt first. His white undershirt. Because that is the lightest color. And I want to get that down first. Before I cover up everything else. So I apologize if I cover anything up. This is just such a small area to work with. So I'm trying not to cover anything up for you guys. See how that looks. Okay. And this is gonna, the white will overflow just a little bit over the lines, but that's okay because it is the lightest color to cover up. It's gonna be the easiest color to cover up, so I'm not too concerned about his if I get out of the lines with the white because I'm starting with the lightest color. And the reason I'm starting with the lightest color is because I want it to be able to be, covered up later. So it's easier to cover a light color up with a dark color than a dark color up with a light color. And I need to get my hair dryer for this one. Otherwise, we're going to be here all night for one guy. What can I unplug? That seems right. There we go. All right. Okay. What's up, Craig? I'm going to try and have my dad field most of the comments tonight because it's going to be tough for me to concentrate on comments and all of this tiny little detail. So we did the white shirt first. I think next we're gonna do his face. And if I get this guy done quicker, we'll do another one here. We might do more than one tonight. Right now I'm just using the light flesh from Folk Art on his face. Being careful not to cover up what I just did with the white, or cross the lines that is on the white. And I can cross over into his hairline because his hair will be darker. Basically what I'm trying to do is work in layers of color from dark to light, or from light to dark. That way I can cover up any places where I go over on the layer previous. And I'm trying to make sure I keep him in my... Uh-oh. We forgot something. That's okay, I'll swing back around to that. Hang on. I jumped right into working with this, and then I forgot to get the little circle on his back. So, let me get a little piece of sandpaper, and you can probably see that right there. A little circle on all these Preiser figures on the back. All right, let me get I was reading the comments. Sorry, Frank. I like your comment on painting figures. To each his own. You're right. So, but all these Preiser figures come with this stupid little circle. On their backs. All right. Got that. Yeah, the white's exposed, but it's not too big of a deal. Okay, back to this. So we got his face painted. I just exposed a little bit of it by touching him when I was sanding there, but that's okay. Just touch that up, touch his face up. Clean my brush. Alright, so we did his face. Next darkest color going vertical is going to be his hair. But I want to dry this real quick. Okay. I'll do his brown hair. Am I still in the view? Yeah. Sorry if I'm quiet. I'm trying to stay steady, and I find myself like holding my breath. So, I try to keep talking, but I find myself, as I'm doing these smaller and smaller detail parts, holding my breath as I paint. So I'm either going to pass out or make a really kick-ass figure. But you guys know how to contact emergency services if I pass out on a live video. Alright, we got his hair painted. Let me see if I can zoom in a little better on him. A little better detail. Okay. All right, I'm not going to push it with his hair anymore because I'm getting too picky. I can show you what I have with Wanda's when I'm done with this guy. I still need to come up with a name for this guy. Okay, so his hair is done. His shirt is done. So the next lightest color, or the next darkest color in line is going to be... Oh, we didn't do his hands. We got to do his hands, guys. Gotta paint... The guy has... He's got to have some hands. He's not a pirate. He doesn't have hooks. I know this is probably a little different from what we normally do on these videos, but it is a part of our hobby, and not everyone buys their figures painted already. And I think this is kind of relaxing, painting figures. As odd as that sounds, I find it relaxing to paint these things. I really enjoy it. So, we're just going to paint his hand. I might go over a little bit on the cane, just because this is a lighter color. Get the inside of his hand there on the back. Sid, that's a good name. What do I drink to keep my hands steady? Well, tonight we're just having a, I don't know if I might be zoomed in too far. A Trogs Perpetual. It's a nice little IPA. Just one will do you. Just one. That's all we got tonight. That's how you keep the hands steady, though. Alright. His hands are done. Let's do suit coat. Gotta get his coat painted. Now, he already is gray, but we're going to go with a darker gray. So I'm using the gray, the slate gray. Hey, Joe. Joe, I just sent out your prize. All right, there's his collar on the right side, or his left. I'm just going to work down over his coat. And when I'm done with him here, I'll show you a little trick on how I bring out their facial features a little more prominently. Now here's the tricky part, is working around his hand. Just a tiny bit of paint. Like that. There we go. Make sure I'm staying on the camera here. This is tougher than a model, because with the modeling, most nights I can just let me bring that light away just a little bit. It's a little bright. With the models, when we're doing structures, it's easier to get them centered on camera for you guys. But this is a little harder here. This is a whole different element. Alright, we got one side done on the front. We're going to spin him around a little so I can access his other side here. And prior to painting him tonight, I had already had him primed with gray spray paint, and except that little circle on their backs, I had the edges and stuff all cleaned up. Because they do get funky little edges on their sides too. I just take a X-Acto knife and clean that up. What's going on here? Eddie, the cork I have is, I drove a nail into the bottom of a wine cork, or just a cork you can get at the craft store. It's just I drove a nail into it, and then I got it hooked into the vice grips. So it's just a nail on a cork. I'll take it out here when I'm done. I'll show you. Let me do something real quick. Okay. Alright, I'm going to do his back. Hopefully I'm not getting my big head in the way. I'm leaning in so close. It's difficult though, because I don't have the magnifying glass for myself. I have the magnifying glass for you guys to see. So, let me bring this light around. It's getting in my way. That might be better, actually. Right there. You had him primed, Dad. Sorry. Okay. What is going on upstairs? Hang on, 1 second. I'm being summoned really fast. Okay. Crisis averted. Kids were going nuts upstairs. Alright. Finish up his back. The kids were going crazy. Kristen needed my help real quick. Alright. And the dog's romping around like crazy. Okay. So, we're going to finish up his coat. Get the edges. So, have we settled on the name for this guy yet? I saw Sid. And something else. I saw a couple other on there. We had Sid. Sal. What's gross? Oh, I know why Craig said gross, because of Sid. Like Sidney Crosby, right? Okay. I think I missed a part on his inside arm. So let's do his arm real quick. There we go. get the hairdryer. Okay. Walter. All right. Now we got 3 good names in the running. Walter. Okay. Okay. He's kind of a businessy looking guy. I don't know. He's got a cane though, so he could kind of be. I don't know. Could be an older guy, like an older Walter, but I didn't paint his hair gray. I guess Walters don't have to all have old gray hair, though. I'm just assuming that Walter is an old name. Shame on me. I don't know if those pants are going to be too blue or not. Might mix that with a little bit of... Nah, that's fine. That's good enough. Johnny the Mole. Okay. These are almost too neat, too blue, but that's okay. We're going with it. This is very much different than how I do them normally because I'm trying to keep 2 angles going. I'm trying to make sure you guys can see it, and I'm trying to make sure I'm able to rotate it freely. On my cork nail contraption. I'll show you here, Eddie. I know Eddie was asking about that. I'll show you here in a second. Once I get his pants painted, I will show you the nail on the cork. It's pretty simple little setup I have for painting figures, and it works fantastic. It was cheap too. Nail on the cork. How much cheaper can you get? So who here watching tonight has hand painted figures in the past, or who enjoys hand painting their figures, their people? Or who despises painting their people, or just buys them painted? Doesn't really matter. I won't shame anybody for buying. I won't shame anyone for buying these things. It does take a long time. Shoot, the amount of time it took me to paint, a dozen of them, I could have probably saved a few days worth of work. Okay, almost done with his pants. All right, this might be hard for you guys to see, but it's gonna be easier for me to get this angle. So I'm gonna take him off the magnifying glass for just a second so I can get this angle done right. It's tough for me to get my hand in there at the right position, the way it was sitting. So give me 1 second. And then I'll flip the magnifying glass back down. One moment. Also, if you guys don't watch the entire thing tonight, we're going to be posting all of our live video replays on our YouTube page and our website from now on. So whatever you don't catch here, or you bump out later or whatever, we'll always have the replay on later. Okay, pretty good. We'll flip this back over. Exactly, Joe. The trade-off is cost versus time. But I actually like painting them. So for me, it's not so much of a worry of, you know, I'm not worried about my time with it because I love painting them, and I have to love painting them because look at all these figures we got to paint yet. And it's only like a quarter of them. My dad has a ton more. We got plenty. We got our work cut out for us. So I better love painting them. But it's fun. I think it's relaxing. And it's a break from, you know, everything else we're doing. Okay, let me get this reset up. So that way you guys can see him better again. All right. Okay, that seems pretty good. I know I'm bumping the cork, but give me a second. Spin that back around. All right, we're back on. Yes, Joe, we did prime them, just with some gray spray paint. Gray flat primer. All right, so when I was painting his pants, you guys might not be able to see it, but right at my brush tip, right there, right in that particular, right in his region, I accidentally got a little bit of blue back over top of the gray. So we're just going to touch that up really quick. See if I can do this with my left hand. Am I ambidextrous? We will find out. I'm ambidextrous enough. How about that? Wow, you guys saw first. Left-handed painting from Brett. I've never painted left-handed until tonight. I expect there to be a party and celebrations. All right. Pants are done. All we got to do now is his shoes and his cane and then his tie. And we'll see if we can do a tie like Hardy was asking about earlier. See if he can. See if I'm up for the challenge. Let's just do the tie first then. Just drink a little bit of hand steadier real quick. And we are going to paint his shoes now. All right. We're just going to paint the shoes black. Hopefully I'm back on camera. Alex, it is just, I took a little bit of wood glue and I just, oh, I'm sorry, not wood glue. I took a little tiny bit of Aleene's tacky glue and I put a tiny dot on each of their bottom of their feet, just a very, very extremely small amount of glue on each of their, on the guy's foot. And I just tacked him down just ever so gently to the cork. If I bump him too much, he will come off. He actually started to come off a little bit when I was sanding it, if you were watching earlier. So just a tiny little nudge and this guy will pop right off that cork. All right, I'm going left-handed again. Ooh, let's hope this turns out good. Oh, shoot. I just got on his pants. All right, we're done going left-handed. All right, I had to clean his pants off. All right, here we go. Back to the right hand, because I don't trust the left hand anymore. Okay. Circle around the back side, do the back of his shoe. Get that there. Okay. There he is so far. I could use that glue tape you gave me, but I'm afraid to touch the damn thing because half the dispenser's missing, Dad. I'm afraid to touch it. All right, let's do his cane. I'm gonna save the tie for last because that's actually what I'm most afraid of. We're gonna do his cane. We're gonna paint the cane brown. We're just using the same brown we used on his hair. Being careful not to get brown on his pants. Nobody likes brown on their pants. Oh, that joke could go too many different ways. Okay. All right, we got his cane painted. There's a little tiny line on the inside there between the pants and his cane. Hopefully I got it there. I did not. I just need a tiny bit of paint for that. I love painting people. This is seriously, it's just, I don't know why. I find it so relaxing. I love it. You guys probably think I'm like a weirdo or I'm the anomaly, but I love it. All right. What do we got? Let's... Just checking out the comments real quick. All right, jumping back in. All right, this tie. I got a brush small enough for this thing. Let me see here what I got. Oh, heavens. What am I going to use? I might just stick with the same brush. Let me look, though. Maybe that one? I don't know. We're going to stick with the same one. All right. Here we go. Red tie. How's this going to work? Let's see. That's how much paint I got on this brush. I don't even know if you can see that. Let me put it under the magnifier. Can you see that? Let me get a piece of paper. Background. Maybe we'll just use my hand. Can you see that? Little tiny bit of paint. All right, let's see if it works. Tiny little bit of red. Here we go. Hold my breath. man. All right. Round 2. Here we go. Had to come up for more air. I really just want to make sure the point of this brush is as small as I can get it with paint. We're painting an HO scale sized tie right now. Necktie. Here we go. Round 2. All right, that's it. I'm not touching them anymore. I don't think I can get it down any farther. Let me try this real quick. I'm trying to be a perfectionist with this dang tie. There we go. Yeah. Oh, I got it on his face. He's got a nosebleed. That's not a big deal. Hang on. I'll clean it off his face here. He got punched in the mouth. Just gonna use a little bit of water. Clean that off his face. Done. All right. That's his tie. Okay, I'm not going anymore with that stinking tie. I don't know if I could even put polka dots on that thing, Hardy. That is tiny. Holy moly. That is... Whew. Tiny stripes. You're the second one now. All right. You guys think I can do it? What color stripes? White? Should I put white stripes on it? I already got white paint out. But he's got a white shirt. You're the second one now, Dave, that's challenged me. All right, let's go for it. Or, I don't know, gravy stain. I could put some, I'll put some streaking grime on his shirt from AK. I don't know if I could fit dots on there, guys. I mean, I want to now, because you've... Alright, I got an idea. We're doing polka dots. I don't even know if you're going to be able to see them. Let me see how far I can zoom in. That is all the further in I can zoom. We're putting polka dots on this damn tie. Here we go. I'm going to use a X-Acto blade. I'm going to put a tiny bit of paint on the X-Acto blade. And I'm going to get a new blade, actually. With a nicer point. This is going to be crazy. Here we go. Oh, you know what might work better? This. Yeah, for sure. We're going to use an all point. A napkin in his pocket. You guys are killing me here. All right, we're just doing polka dots right now. Let's see if I can get polka dots on this guy. Oh, shoot. All right. I think I need to make his tie just a hair wider first. Okay. Hold my breath. Am I still on camera? Yeah. All right. Okay. There we go. I made his tie just a little wider. We're gonna see how much stinking detail I can put on this tiny little guy tonight. All right, here we go. Hair dryer. Oh, I know I can do a belt buckle. For sure. I did a belt buckle on the last guy. Polka dots. Here we go. Let's see if these things even show up. This is going to be too big. Oh man, I'm so nervous. All right, let's see how this works. Too much paint. Can you see it? Nah, you can't see it. Because there isn't anything. Hang on. That's all I got. That's all I can do. It's so small. I know someone out there is going to go, but you wouldn't have polka dots like that. It wouldn't be like that. You wouldn't put them that way. You know what I have to say about that? I don't care. Okay. We're calling it quits at that. We're going to cut. I need a little bit of gray. Right there. Hang on, guys. I'm just doing a little bit of touch-up work on our dude here. I might have fudged up the bottom of his tie there. It's not like anyone's going to see that anyways. But he's got some polka dots, dang it. Alright, I need a little bit of red, and he's done with his tie at least. Holy moly. What are you guys doing to me? The more I try to correct it too, the worse that's getting. So we're going to call that quits. Okay. That's enough. That's enough nonsensory. We're going to back him out. He's got some polka dots. Oh my gosh. All right. I could use a single bristle brush, but I don't have it right now. So that's my only limitation. I don't have a single bristle brush. I need to add one more to him though. I'm gonna get my head in the way, guys. Sorry. There we go. One there. And one right there. And there. Okay, that's enough. That's enough polka dots. He's got a polka dot tie, I promise you. It ain't the best pattern, but he's got a polka dot tie. I got my head out of the way. Sorry, my head was in the way. I had to check something out real quick. So I got my big old head in the way. Alright, the last thing I do with these figures, and I'm not going to do it to the rest of his body here, because, let me zoom back in. Because I don't need to weather him. I don't want him to look like he's dirty, like the other guy that I did. everyone was calling that guy the perv. But on their faces, what I do at the last step, at least for the faces and the hair, is I grab a little bit of brown chalk. Get a smaller brush for it. I get a little bit of brown chalk from my weathering chalks, and I just hit the face with a little bit of brown chalk, and it brings out the features of their face a little bit more. And I'm not weathering the rest of his body because I want him to look like he's in a clean suit. But at least their face, when you use just a little bit of brown, it brings out their facial features on these Preiser figures. Can't believe you guys talked me into putting polka dots on his tie. Pure pressure. Okay. Hopefully that you guys can see there, his facial features are a little more prominent now, just with that little bit of brown chalk. He needs eyebrows. He needs a mustache. You guys are killing me. I think I'm gonna call it quits on that. But there he is. There's our guy. Oh, I don't like that streak on his back. Hang on. That paint looked a little streaky. Hang on real quick. His jacket is a little streaky in some spots. There we go. Just gonna clean that up real quick. Okay. Alright. I'm gonna call it quits on this guy. How long have I been on? About an hour. I do have some other work I gotta do tonight, guys, but unrelated to modeling. And that his sleeve is wet. That's why it looks a little shiny, I think. Unless I might have missed a little bit. Hang on. I do think I missed his arm just a hair. There we go. Much better. There we go. Same with his shoulder there. Alright. All cleaned up. Okay. I am done for the night. I have some work to do tonight. Other work that keeps the electric bills on. So, painted a little figure for you guys. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you enjoyed me watching. Hope you enjoyed watching me put polka dots on a HO scale figures tie. I never thought I'd do that, but leave it up to you to peer pressure me into doing that. Now, quickly, let me show you how I mounted this, because I know we had a couple questions about that. This is just my helping hands. You probably have seen these before. It's my helping hands rig that I use to paint these figures. All I did was drive a nail into the bottom of this cork and glue them down. So they're actually glued down, which is wood glue or Aleene's tacky glue. And this is how easy they are to pop off. Just snap right off like that, and they're good to go. So that's it. Painted this guy tonight. Have painted a few other ones recently. That's one of them. Here's an old guy with a cane I painted the other day. So back into painting a couple figures. They are fun. I'll enjoy them. So, all right. Oh, yeah, we're going to name him. We got to name him. We didn't name this guy yet. So we had Sid and Walter and what was one Lynn gave us? What was the other one? I know we had 3. Oh my gosh, all you guys and your suggestions of things I needed to add to them, wristwatches and everything else. Whoa! Went to selfie mode. Well, you guys got a nice look at my pipes here. Jeeves. Oh, Jeeves is good. I like Jeeves. We're going with Jeeves. This is a Jeeves. Jeeves with a polka dot tie. All right. That's it, guys. HO scale polka dot ties. You've seen it here on HO scale customs. It ain't pretty, but it's done. All right. Have an awesome night. I got to get to work. Thank you guys for joining us. As usual, you can hit us up on our Facebook page if you enjoyed it and you don't like our page already. Make sure you like our page because that's how you get notified when we go live again. Hopefully you enjoyed me painting this figure. It took about an hour to do this one guy. I know that's a lot of patience and some people would rather just buy them, but I enjoy painting people. They're fun. And his name's Jeeves. So, all right, guys. This will be on our replay on YouTube later if you missed any of it, and we'll have it on our website. Good night. Have a good one. Have fun modeling.